Ooh. Hooray! I didn't think it was going to start there. But hey ho, I think we're in. We'll just wait for a few more minutes. And there we go. Okay. Hello, good morning from sunny California. Hi, Barbara. Love you. Right, Scouty week. I've got my orca today. It's all about scales. So I'm just going to get a glass of water. Hope you've got a nice cup of tea there, Barbara. And be back in a minute. Just let a few more people join. Hi. Hello. So who have we got today? Hi, Chiakansi. Oh, I'm Wai. Hello. Hello. All the way from Penang. That's lovely. Been bugging me all evening and asking, what time is it now? What time? It's 4 p.m. now. 4 p.m. Hi, Lisa. But it's lovely to have some friends and family joining me again today. So as you can remember, it's all Scout Week. Scout Week. I've got my scarf on. I'm all ready. What is this called? I keep forgetting. I've gone sort of quiet and I can't remember what it's called. So hi, Eileen. Why don't you sign in? So Lisa, what's this called? I've forgotten. It's got a proper name. It's not a lanyard, is it? It's a necker. They're called neckers. That's it, neckers. So I got my necker on today because I'm a hospital scout. So yeah, necker. Thank you, Lisa. A scarf. No, the scouts call them neckers. Anyway, so as always, we do hello, welcome. You can find out about me for all the new people who have joined on my website. So Dbee Robinson Artist, SAA. So, and if you want to get in touch, go via Facebook. My Facebook art page is Dbee Robinson Artist, and not in America. What, in America, do the Scouts call it a scarf, Barbara? So the Scouts call it a scarf. That'd be good to know. So 20 to 30 minutes, all you need is a pen and paper. You don't have to be artistic. We do one new doodle a day. We start off with an idea and then it builds up into something bigger. And then at the end of the week, and if you're okay to join on a bank holiday Friday, considering every day is the same day, let me look. Thank you, Barbara. Considering every day is the same, then I'm hoping you can still join me at 4 p.m. on Friday. And if you can't join me live, then obviously it will be on my YouTube channel, which I'd love you to subscribe and join to. And then every time I do a new one, it should pop up with a link for you. So make life easier. Otherwise, the link will always be on my Facebook page, Dbee Robinson Artist. So, as always, you're there, I'm here. I can't be held responsible for anything you do in your house, so please be careful. We'll start off because this is all about relaxing and calming. So let's take some deep breaths. Okay. And remember, we're meant to be relaxing. Stretch out those shoulders. Why? I hope you're stretching your shoulders out. And get in your fingers. A bit like an Apsara dancer or a Hawaiian dancer, maybe. Roll back those shoulders. So I think we're ready. I've got my water to hand because you need to take plenty of water. Keep yourself hydrated. It's called a kerchief. Oh, right, a kerchief. So in America, they don't call them neckers. For the Scouts in the UK, they call them kerchiefs. So there you go. And we call handkerchiefs something we blow our nose on. So I think it's nicely shortened to kerchief. So that's good. So to store your doodles, as always, I say, just for the new people today, piece of A4, fold it in half, fold it in half, fold it in half. You end up with little squares like this or rectangles, and that is where you can put in each one along here. Okay, so you can put each daily doodle in there, and you've got something to store it on, and you can end up with pages of these. So that's quite fun. So that's good. If you haven't got that and you've only got a new a notebook, just mark it off. If it's got lines, it doesn't matter. Okay, just mark it off. So the main thing we want to do is gradually build up our paint palette. So over the past week or so, we built up 4 from last week. This week, I think we are on day 2. So day 2 is all about scales. And with it being Scouty, I thought, I know someone, and I don't kerchief. Yes, I'm a yeah. Yes, Barbara, I was teasing you. Day 2 is all about scales. Descale it and eat it. So with Scouts, you learn so many new things, and I don't think she would have learned that from school. So I was really chuffed to see that they're teaching them good life skills. So it's all about scales today. Okay, so is that okay? You can see it? That's good. So in your square today, let's move straight on. In your square today, rectangle in my case, we're going to start with scales. So I'm going to start at the bottom, and a scale of a fish is just this sort of a shape. And you remember, each day we build on the doodle to see where we go from here. So at the moment, I'm doing my scales as if it was a fish. Okay, just roughly the same size, yeah? Roughly the same size. So as always, we like to think of different ways to do it. So I'm thinking over here, I might do a little dot in here. Round ones. And if anyone's got any other ideas, do let me know. Don't forget, you're meant to be walking around or looking around your house for any ideas that we can build on and perhaps have some new doodle shapes, because Rosie sent me some flowers, not actual flowers, but in her doodle, I hope she's joining us today, she sent me a picture with flowers on for her doodle. So she made it herself, and funny enough, I don't think it's on this one. Oh, there's a bit of a flower up here. Don't know if you can see it there. There's a flower. So she came up with an idea. So we included it last week. So if you've got any ideas, if you look around your house or outside, if you're going for a walk or anything, if you're allowed out, that is, then do have a look and see if there's any ideas that we can use. Now, remember, yesterday I was walking along and I saw a wall. And in that wall, it had some lovely shaped pretty bricks that had holes in, and they look like almost like that, like propellers. And as you do thing again, we're just going to build up. So what if we do slightly larger? Why don't we do small ones and large ones? I don't know if that would be as good. We can have a look. So this is another string to our bow of doodles. So we do big ones and small ones. Do we like that? Will it fit? I mean, in some cases, you know, we need something to look a bit darker, so we can use this sort of doodle, can't we? Those on the right look like eyeballs. They do a bit, don't they? To me, they look like caves that you get in some countries where they put caves in the wall. But yes, I guess they could look like eyeballs. So there you go. So there's a couple. And don't forget, if you've got any ideas, let me know. Okay, so we've got some small ones and a big one. So there's that sort of design. It's almost like bubbles, aren't they? They look like bubbles. As you change the shape, they've gone from scales to bubbles, I think. Like in washing up liquid, you know, when you make all the bubbles and they foam up. That's quite good. Right, let's think of a different one. What if, when we do them, we do a double line doodle palette, and when we're looking for a design, we can decide on what looks best. Now, if we look at my t-shirt today, I think you can see some scales. And notice how I've got from big to small, and again here from big to small. Yeah, and I think down the bottom, I don't know if you can see down the bottom here, is the double one. So this one is this one here. So this is the plain one I've done throughout the orca, and then the bit at the bottom on the tail. I wanted the same sort of design but slightly different, because sometimes you don't want to change the design too much. You do want it to look consistent out with the picture you're doing. Okay, so there's another different one. Yeah. So I'm hoping Kira, Trinity and Sean are with us today. I don't know if Kylie's with us as well. That would be good. Rosie and Orla and her mum Catherine. I don't know if they're here. Okay. I can hear the children next door. They're making lots of noise, so I'm not sure what they're doing, but they're obviously not joining in. Right. What else we can do? So what if we colour that in? So I'm going to start another one over here. In fact, I'm going to start a completely new one. We'll do some. I'm going to do, and I'm going to get smaller as we go down. Okay, so it sort of makes it look like a hill. And then maybe over here, again, a totally different one. What about 3 lines? There's another scale. So we're doing this the same design again, but we're just trying different ways to play with it, so that when we're looking for a certain look on a paint palette, we have all these to go back on. Can you see that okay? It doesn't look much at the moment, okay? But if you think about it, if you look at my t-shirt, okay? If you look at that, if you're only looking at a very tiny bit, like say this bit here, it doesn't look like much, does it? It's scales. That's all it is. But as you build it up, see? So it's just patience, and don't be too critical. You don't need to be an artist. All you need is a little bit of patience. So when you're feeling a little bit stressed maybe, or you feel it's too much going on for a bus, and then the next minute you know that it's an hour later, so maybe just learn to chill out a little bit. What about a thin line around the inside of the bubble? I think thin line, do you mean like colour it in? So what if we did that like you've said, and then a thin line? So I think you're saying colour that bit in. Is that what you mean? Like that? Something like that. Is that the sort of thing you meant, Lisa? Yeah, I'm hoping so. If not, please let me know and I'll see what I can do. Because it's really good if you all have input into this, because it's so nice. It becomes more of a fun event and you can feel part of it. And don't forget, usually on a Friday, we have a gallery. So if you want to share your pictures with me, just post them on my Facebook page, Dbee Robinson Artist, and we'll see what we can include. So don't forget, if you do go to my Facebook page, that's where I always put the links to the YouTube streaming live, so it's easy to find. But if you subscribe, like, follow, share, and all the other words that social media seems to have put into the vocabulary now, then it's a lot easier to keep in touch and everything. So I'm hoping that's what you meant, Lisa. What if, because looks like a path with rock walls on either side. I mean, all the way around, like a D. Okay. Well, let's give that a go then. Let's start up here, start another one. So do a thicker line all the way around. Okay. I've seen some of your doodles, Lisa, and they're absolutely brilliant. It's almost like a wall. How are we doing? It's okay, so something like that. Okay, so we've got scales, we've got almost bubbles, we've got, looks like caves or eyeballs. We've got this one that just looks like a line, just highlighting it. We've got the scales getting smaller and smaller and smaller. We've got ones with lots of lines, so we could just add lots of lines. So it's just lots of lines. That's quite complicated, isn't it? It's almost like ripples. So I'm hoping that's what, oh good, I'm glad that's what you meant. So that's almost like, there you go. So we've also got this one where the line's coloured in, and then we've got this one up here that Lisa suggested. So, but I'm sure there's lots of different ways that you could build up on this. So this is for you to look at and maybe expand in your own time. But as I say, do let us know. So, could have the bubbles going around the outside and finish in the middle. Yes, I do like the bubble one. I've not actually done the bubble one before, so I'm going to write that in my book because I don't want to forget it. I'm going to put bubble. And I'll just remind myself to do that. Okay, so I'm just going to take it back a little bit. And don't forget, you can always go back and re-watch this at any time. Oh, and I did say it might be nice if you coloured some of these in, because that's quite a good thing. Yeah? Because I know Lisa likes colour. So does my husband. He likes colour. He tells me I do too much in black and white. Okay, so we could actually do like that. I think that looks quite good, actually. I'm sure it would look a lot better if I spent a bit more time. But yeah, a bit of colour always looks good. So do you remember, as it's got the Scouty theme, with my kerchief and necker, we had the logo similar to this. I'm assuming the logo in the USA is the same, and I believe on this one I did the propellers. Do you remember? The propellers were all going along here, like something like that. And also, I believe it was down here. There's all different sorts of propellers, which we got the idea on one of my walks. Hello, Sean. Thank you for joining me. Right, so what should we do here? Well, I've got here, what have I got here? Oh, no, it wasn't here, actually. That wasn't there. Ah, this bit I've done as scales. So because I have to prep for this because I'd forget what I was doing when I came here. So because I would easily forget. You'll have to go to my blog at some point and you'll realise how forgetful I really am. I am going to do scales in this bit, but you can give it a go with yours however you want to. So just, and if you want to get smaller as it comes to the top, adds a bit of detail. Because sometimes that's nice, otherwise it looks a little bit too similar. And as I'm getting closer to the top, I'm making it slightly smaller. And that would be that one. See how it's gone up? And it almost does look like a fish's tail down, but it does look like a fish's tail. And if I wanted to, I could carry on up. If this was like this, I could actually carry on up just to here. But I think what I'll do is I'll stop there, because I think that's all right like that. Now we also have this bit to do. So this is going to be, this is day 1. This is day 2. This will be day 3. This is day 3 as well. And then we're going to outline it with day 4. So day 4 will be the outline. So here, I wonder if anyone's got any ideas what we can do here. Anything? We could use anything that we've learned over the past 2 days, or maybe from last week, because it's use triangles. Okay. So remember, go and have a look at last week, see if there's anything that you fancy. Okay, and I'm just going to do that and give it a totally different effect. Now, obviously, if you've got more time, it would look absolutely lovely. Again, all I'm doing is playing with the doodle and filling it in. So remember, keep looking for patterns all around you. Share them on Facebook. Swirls. Swirls would have been nice. Some triangles now. You can always do swirls on yours, Lisa. But thank you for the idea. Don't forget, have a look round. Remember, go to my Facebook page and please like, follow and share every day. And I think that's quite late for you, YE and Co. You can always share it straight away and then share it with your friends if there's anyone on their own who could join in, and they'd have at least one little check-in every day, every weekday, just so that we can keep an eye on them perhaps, or just know everyone's okay. So let's share it, not just to get the word out, but also to make sure we're looking after those who are home alone. Also, anyone needs to de-stress a bit, because this is all about calming. I know I've done a lot of talking, but it is about calming. And you can just sit and doodle. You don't have to get all stressed over it. I will wear one of my T-shirts that I took 72 hours to do that design. And I'll show it to you, hopefully, possibly tomorrow. But it took me ages, and I was so stressed over it. So I think you have to think about why you're doing the design. If you want to do something really particular, then yeah, that's okay. Do something really intricate. But if you're doing it to de-stress, make it simple and just enjoy the moment. So tomorrow, same time, same place. It was an absolute joy for you all to join me. Don't forget, roll those shoulders, stretch out that chest, some deep breaths. Wiggle those fingers, wiggle your toes so they don't feel left out. Plenty of water, drink plenty of water. And thank you. I hope you've had some fun today. More Scouty stuff tomorrow. And happy diddly doodling, folks. Stay safe. Miss you all.